guys, welcome to another vlog. I am still here at my friend's lake house, as you can tell, and I am getting ready for the day. I'm just about to, start my skincare routine here, and I thought, why don't I show you while I'm doing it what I packed, because I never ended up doing a pack with me video for this particular trip because it kind of crept up on me. It crept up on me and I felt like I was just completely running out of time. Anyway, so I thought I would do that now. I thought I would show you my skincare, my makeup, and then show you some of the stuff that I packed, like clothing wise, any like important call outs, because I'm doing like a lot of lounging here. But anyway, I thought I would share that with you today. Anyway, how are you guys? How are you? I'm just having the loveliest time here at the lake house. If you guys did not catch my like back east at the lake vlog, definitely check that out, because my friends that I've come here before, if you guys have caught any of my previous vlogs, like from years past, this is Greenwood Lake. These are my friends, Matthew and Mark, that I've come to visit very, very often. We were here for New Year's. Anyway, they completely took down their house down to the foundation and rebuilt it. And I do a tour of their home in that video. And I had shown you guys some of the progress of the house in like previous vlogs from like last year. And so many of you were like, please show us how it turns out, because I think they had just put the drywall up when I came last. They didn't even have the staircase in yet. And so many of you were curious how it turned out. So anyway, check out that vlog for sure, because this house is gorgeous. It is absolutely gorgeous. It's stunning. Anyway, I digress. Let's get into my skincare and what I packed. So I just washed my face in the shower. I use the Beauty Pie Japan Fusion. And next, for serum, I've been using the Dieux Deliverance 3-in-1 serum. I am working with Dieux on this video, so a big thank you to them. Since I've been using this serum for the past few weeks, my skin has visibly been just like smoother and more even in its tone. My skin gets really, really like irritated. It's very reactive. I've been traveling a lot, so it's really, really nice to have a serum that really like soothes and calms my skin. So I've been using it morning and night, and it has such a wonderful texture. You only need one pump of this, and it's got this really silky smooth texture. I love the way it feels on the skin. I like massaging it in, of course, upward motions, all over my face, on my neck. And I love that it feels moisturizing, but it also absorbs quickly. It's like that perfect texture. So this serum contains an encapsulated cannabinoid complex, which is shown to like calm and soothe skin, which has been perfect for me, as you guys know. There's also peptides in here, which helps with like the firmness of my skin. Of course, it helps reduce the appearance of like fine lines. It also has niacinamide, which is an ingredient that I love, love, love in skincare. That tends to really even out my skin tone, which is great. Again, I have really, really reactive, sensitive skin. It tends to be really blotchy, and niacinamide really helps with that. And it supports barrier function, which is music to my ears. As you guys know, I have a really busted up skin barrier where I suffer from eczema and things like that. I'm really, really enjoying it. So that's the serum that I've been loving. And then I've been following it up with the Dieux Instant Angel Lipid Rich Facial Moisturizer. It is fragrance free, which I love. And this just has a really nice, lovely texture. This moisturizer I've been using during the day. And of course I use it underneath my SPF. This also has such a lovely, smooth texture. And it doesn't feel like it sits on my skin at all. It just feels like it is gently being absorbed. It's so moisturizing. I have really, really dry skin, and this has been incredible. Look how glowy my complexion looks. I'm loving it. All right, and for SPF, I'm gonna just follow everything up with my Clé de Peau UV Protective Cream, SPF 50+. You guys have heard me talk about this forever. Okay, so skincare done, and that is the skincare that I brought on this trip. The only additional thing that I did bring is my Sisley Velvet Sleeping Mask. You guys know I love this for when I travel, because it just feels like, I don't know, like rest or sleep for my skin in a tube. So I did use this when I first got here to the lake. So that is all of the skincare that I packed. Okay, so in terms of beauty, what else did I pack? Oh, I did pack my atomizer. So I did get this for my trip to Greece and the cruise that I took. So I got this atomizer off of Amazon. I had never had an atomizer. I always brought like little like travel size perfumes or whatever. So I was always sort of at the mercy of whatever I had on hand. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get an atomizer and I'm gonna actually pack and travel the perfume that I want to bring, that I feel like bringing. So I filled it up with the Guerlain Mandarin Basilic, and I had some left over. So I just, you know, threw this into my bag. I probably should have refilled this a little bit more because I only have a little bit left. So I packed this for fragrance. Okay, and for makeup, let's see, I put everything in the Dior bag, and I brought the Cerakote Face Flex concealer. You guys know I like to kind of just spot conceal instead of putting on a full face of foundation. So I did bring this, but I did also bring the Dior Forever Glow Star Filter. I brought this on the cruise as well, and I had also packed this for a New York City trip that I took. Was it back in May? It was either April or May. I can't remember anything anymore. But anyway, this did so well in humidity, and since I'm at the lake, I was like, let me pack this again. So brought that along. And then I did also pack the Dior Forever Foundation Stick. I have it in 1.5N, and I haven't used this yet, but I brought it just in case I wanted like a really, I don't know, really like polished look. I don't know if we were gonna go out to like a fancy dinner or something. I decided to bring this along, but I haven't used it yet. So these are the three like foundation products that I packed, and I've only used these two things so far. And then I packed two of the Westman Atelier Baby Cheeks Powder Blush Duos. So I brought Suede and Sable. These are my two favorites, you guys know. Suede and Sable. So I've been using this as bronzer, this as blush. And then I also brought the Coquette and Mimi. And again, we've got a nice bronzer and blush combo. So these are nice and compact, really, really great for travel. They have that mirror in there. They have a blush and a bronzer. So brought those two, but I could not leave home without the Ilia, the Soft Focus Blurring Blush. I did bring the shade Glimpse because I am just really, really loving these blushes, this particular shade. It's so good. So I did kind of throw that in last minute. And because I have this as a base, I didn't bring any highlighter or anything. I was like, let me just forego that. And my skin has been super glowy just using the Dieux skin product. So I was like, I'm not gonna pack any highlighter. I don't think I need it. So for brows, I brought the Dior Show Onset Brow Gel. You guys know I love. And for eyes, I brought the Danessa Myricks Color Fix Sticks. I talked about this in my most recent Luxury Beauty Lowdown. I love these, and I especially love the metallic end. So each of these sticks comes with like two ends. As you guys know, they're connected by like a magnetic center, if you will. And each pair comes with a metallic and a foil shade. I like the metallic ones. The foil I also really enjoy, but those are really, really shiny and really sparkly. So for, you know, like more everyday use, I like the metallic side. So I brought the metallic side from shade 1 and shade 6. I did also bring my trusty Chanel Brun Talpa. This is a great one and done shade. I travel with this. It's always come in really handy. I haven't used it yet on this trip, so I may have packed it in vain, but I did bring this. And then I did bring two eyeliners, my Prada eyeliner, as you guys know, one of my favorites. I just brought the shade Wood because I've been going so hard with that shade Ember, which is more of like a metallic brown. This doesn't have any metallic shimmers in there. It's just a deep chocolate brown. And then I brought my Suku gel eyeliner in black if I needed that. This one has one of those microfine tips that I absolutely love. And did I mention this in my in my Luxury Beauty Lowdown? Possibly, but this is one of my favorite eyeliners as well. And then I brought my Lancome Lash Idole Flutter Extension Mascara. I've got a couple of like trial or travel sizes of this, but once I run out of these, I'm definitely gonna go out and get a full size because it is so good. This is, I think, my favorite Lancome mascara. So it's taken the place of just the straight up Lash Idole. This Flutter Extension version, I absolutely love. It's so good. And then with lips, I kind of went a little bit crazy because not that I couldn't decide, but I was like, oh, I don't know. I could just envision all, you know, wearing all of it. So I did bring the Prada, the Hydrating Lip Balm in the Banana Yellow. You guys know I love this. It's like a highlighter for your lips. So I threw that in my bag. I definitely brought my Chantecaille lip creme in Bamboo. I was like, I need a lipstick, a straight up lipstick, so I brought that. I did bring 3 lip liners, why not? The 2 Review Beauty ones in Honey and Almond, and then the Westman Atelier Sable lip liner. So I brought those 3. And then I did bring 2 Chanel lip glosses. This one is in 726. I think the name of this is Icing. And then of course I brought Rose Nafe 804. You guys, all-time favorite. All-time favorite. And then, I don't know if you guys remember, but I came up to the lake and then went to Maine for a celebration of life. And that was with Matthew and Mark. And I had left my Loewe puzzle bag, which I've since retrieved, thank goodness. But they held on to it for me, but I left it there at the celebration of life because we were like running around like crazy. Anyway, my Dior lip gloss was in that Loewe puzzle bag, so I've been reunited with this. So I have this. I didn't pack it. It was here waiting for me. So I have this. So that is all the makeup that I basically packed with me. And then I did make a couple of orders here. As you guys know, I made the order for like the Dior stuff. So I have 2 of their new Rouge On Stage, I think is what it's called. 2 of those. If you guys saw my Dior video, you saw everything that I got, so I won't bore you, but I got 2 of those powders. And then I did order 5 of those soft filter forever blushes. So I feel like I ended up doubling the amount of makeup that I actually brought because I wanted to make sure I like reviewed that stuff for you. And the delivery date was while I was away, so I ended up shipping it here. Anyway, so that's all the makeup that I brought. And then I did end up bringing my BK Beauty travel brush case because they were so kind enough in sending this to me like so long ago, and I've never actually used this on a trip. I was like, let me use this for once because it's such a beautiful case in the BK Beauty like deep red, and then it has the embossing, that like snakeskin embossing. It's really nice. And then you open up, it's got a pocket here, and then I just shoved all my brushes in here. So I do have like a mixture of the Sonia G Keyaki brushes. So I have this jumbo base for cream products. I did bring the BK Beauty 109 for any other like small application cream products. I brought the BK Beauty 107 for blushes. I do also have the Classic Face from Sonia G for powder and stuff. And then of course I had to bring the A506 from BK Beauty for concealer. And then I have this jumbo worker, which I thought would be nice to blend out any of those Danessa Myricks Color Fix sticks. And then I have the Westman Atelier Baby Blender Brush. And then these 3 Sonia G Keyaki travel brushes. So I've got the detail brush, the jumbo blender, and a crease brush. I just wanted to make sure the eye situation was covered. And that's it. And I feel like for once, I actually packed really well regarding brushes. Usually I end up forgetting one. I remember this one time I forgot to bring like a blush, powder blush style brush, and I was like, wow, what am I, how am I gonna do this? Like I ended up not being able to use those blushes because I was like, I can't like pat on powder blushes. Anyway, blah, blah, blah. So those are the brushes that I brought along, and that is basically all the beauty stuff that I brought. So let me just show you quickly the like clothing and bags and accessories that I packed.
Oh, someone has joined us. Hi, Nash. Hi, Nash.
So I just got a little interrupted, so I finished kind of getting ready a little bit, but let me continue showing you what I packed. Okay, so I have my Loewe puzzle bag here. This is the one that I left in Maine. So I did not actually pack this, but it is now here with me. We are now reunited. So I have this bag, and knowing that I had that, I kind of planned to not bring too many handbags. So I did bring my Chanel, let me just turn you around because it's on the bed. You know, my striped nylon duffel from the Cocoa Beach collection. Not even this past one, the one before. I love that. It's light, it fits a lot, but it doesn't have to have a lot. Like, I like its floppy shape. The whole thing goes crossbody, whatever. I love that. And then I did also bring this MCM Lenny Shopper bag. This was actually a gift from MCM, and I've been loving it. And I thought, you know, this is gonna be such a great travel bag because it's really big, but I can hold it in my hand. I can put it over my shoulder. It fits a lot. It's easy to kind of like just reach into, and if I passports in here. And these front flaps are like perfectly sized for a phone, passport, all of that stuff. So that shopper bag has been great just for like running errands and everything, like, you know, here around Greenwood Lake. But I decided to bring my Oleata, my Anywhere duffel bag. I could be forgetting a word in there. I think it's the Anywhere duffel bag. Anyway, this is the medium size, and this is great because it has the like luggage handle strap, so I can slide this on top. It does have the handheld handles. It does have the shoulder straps. I got this cute little Hello Kitty. It's like a bag charm, but it fits headphones really easily, so I just threw that onto the strap ring here. Oleata also has this little bag, which is great. I could put cards in here and everything. So this was a great bag to have as a carry-on. So those are the 4 bags that I have here. The 3 that I brought, the one that I already had here. And then I did just recently get this, and this is actually come in pretty handy, I have to say. So this is from Peepers. It is that like reading glass or blue light blocking glasses company. And so this is kind of like a bag charm. You can clip it to itself, like you can just close it this way. You can clip just this clippy ring to like a piece of hardware on your bag. But what I like about it is it's not like a giant sunglasses case. Hold on, let me find my sunglasses to demonstrate. Ash, hi baby. Oh, you can see his paw. Hold on, let's do this. There he is. There he is. Co-host for today's video, Nashy. Okay, so I brought my Chanel sunglasses this time, and the case that this comes with, I mean, it's a great, you know, Chanel case. It's hard, it flips open, pretty typical sunglass case, but it's giant. And so sunglass cases always end up taking a lot more room in my bag than I like or that I anticipate. So this guy, it's actually designed for the Peepers readers, which are much flatter and more demure. So the whole sunglasses or readers can fit into this little slot, and then you just close it up. Or what I have seen done, and I like to do, is I just put the lenses part in there, and then the legs are sticking out like so, and then I just button it shut, and then I just close the legs. So if you don't care much whether or not like the legs maybe get scratched up because this is kind of hanging off your bag, you're only concerned about the lenses, which is my case, this is a great solution. So I hung this off of my carry-on bag here, my Oleata Anywhere bag, like so. So I had my sunglasses handy, they were hanging off, kind of gives you that bag charm vibe, which everyone's loving these days. So just got this Peepers glasses case and loving it, absolutely loving it. I do imagine, however, like really big, chunky sunglasses maybe won't fit. I didn't have time to like play around with all my sunglasses to try, but maybe when I get home, we'll do like a little try on with this Peepers case. Like I have those giant Loewe mask sunglasses. I have a feeling those wouldn't fit in here. And the legs are really big, but I think for most of my sunglasses, this would work for. Like these Chanel's, I would say are kind of like middle of the road. They're pretty big, chunky plastic style, but they're not like Gigunda like those Loewe ones. Okay, these are the shoes that I brought. I brought the Miu Miu boat shoes, the Miu Miu New Balance mule, sneaker mules, my Birks, and my workout sneakers. And then I brought my Prada Capto. So the Prada Capto has been great because that's sort of been my substitution for like a fancy shoe or a going out shoe. I wore these out to dinner. I wore these to the Lady Gaga concert. So those were a really good like packing choice that I made because I was like, do I need to bring like nicer flats or nicer shoes? And I was like, you know what? Because of the Capto, I felt like these would, you know, like kind of pass for nicer shoes. And then I was thinking about bringing, you know, my Prada sandals, the one with the Velcro straps. They basically look like those Birkenstocks, but they're Prada with like the puffy Napa leather. And I decided on the Birkenstocks because I actually wore those on a plane. And I was like, you know, I'm here at the lake. We may be going on the boat. We may just be like taking the dogs for a walk or whatever. And I wanted like just kick around shoes. So that's why I brought those. And then the Miu Mius were whenever we need to just quickly run out and run an errand. The sneaker mules came in really, really handy. Obviously I needed to bring my workout sneakers, and then the boat shoes, just perfectly appropriate perfectly appropriate for lake life. I did also bring my slippers. As you guys know, I do not like to travel without a pair of my own slippers. So these are the Jenny Kane, I think they're the Moroccan shearling slippers. And I've had them forever, so they look kind of gross, but they're just so comfortable. They feel a little bit like home, so I do like to bring my own slippers. So that is all of the footwear that I packed. And then in terms of clothing, I'm not gonna bore you with every single piece of clothing that I packed. That's way boring. Obviously, I brought undergarments, bras, socks, especially because I was gonna be working out. And then workout clothing, of course. And then some things just of note that I packed that I don't think I've mentioned to you in the past because these pieces are a little bit newer to my wardrobe, but I did bring these Rudy, I think they're called the travel pant. Yeah, these are called the travel pant. I didn't put two and together. I'm like, oh, my Rudy pants. Yeah, I think the style of these are the travel pant. So these have a really nice like nylon spandex blend material, and they have like a slight barrel shape. They're black, they have an elastic waist in the back, but they're a flat front, so they don't look, you know, too sloppy or too casual. I wore these on the plane because they're nice and lightweight, and they are fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. I mean, I've been wearing these pants a lot in Vegas. I think you guys have probably seen that. Yeah, so I wore these on the plane, very, very comfortable to travel in. And then I did also pack this Ruti skirt. Hold on, let me back up so you can see the skirt I'm talking about. So this is the one that has the drawstring, it's elastic waist all the way around. It has two like apron pockets over here. And then it looks like it's kind of like pinned up here, so it gives it kind of this, I don't know, like handkerchief style hem. It's just great. It's a little bit on the long side, so when I walk upstairs, I have to pick up my skirt. But other than that, it's great. And this was great when I needed like something a little bit nicer. So I did wear this out to dinner when we went to a nice dinner with my Prada cap toe sneakers. It's a great combination. So these two Rudy pieces have been very, very handy. And then I just brought like an assortment of t-shirts. I'm not gonna bother you with all of that. I did, of course, pack my Rag & Bone Miramar jeans. These are the pants that are actually sweatpants. You can see the French loop terry cloth there, but they are printed so they look like jeans, and these fool everyone. I mean, you guys know I've been talking about these jeans for years now, so I always bring these along because they're super comfortable. I'll probably wear these on the flight back. These are another great wear while you travel pant. So of course I brought those. And then, yeah, just some like sweatshirts. I brought my Aloe zip up. Sorry, a lot of this is Matthew and Mark stuff. I did bring my Miu Miu sweatshirt jacket. This is the one that I got at the outlets, I think here. I can't remember if I got this, the Woodbury outlets here or the Palm Spring outlets. I can't remember, but anyway, this was great. I wore this on the plane on top of my Rudy pants and like a white t-shirt, and it was perfect. And then I did, of course, bring my Prada little rain jacket here, which was perfect because it did rain quite a bit. Maybe the second or third day that I was here. And so, yeah, I've been wearing that. And then I did also bring a couple of my cotton sweaters from Quince. This is the crew neck one. This is the cardigan. Let me lay these out so you can see. So these two sweaters that I know I've hauled with you when I've done my Quince hauls. So they're both 100% organic cotton. So I decided to bring the cardigan, which has like more of a fisherman rib here, and then this off-white one that's just like a crew neck pullover that's just like a flat knit stitch. So I have I worn both? I've worn both, just like in the mornings here when it's really chilly. So these have come in really handy. And then I did also bring my like quarter zip Aloe sweatshirt. You guys have seen me wear this a lot. That's always handy. I've been wearing that to the gym in the mornings. And then I did bring some of my skirts. Like here's my COS skirt. You guys have seen me wear and talk about these two shirt dresses a ton. I actually haven't worn these yet, which I'm surprised about. I've just been wearing like my Rudy pants and like a t-shirt. That's been like my go-to outfit. I did also do a little bit of shopping while I was here. I think you guys have seen this sweatshirt in a previous vlog, but I did get this from Anine Bing. I think that's how you pronounce it. But this is just a leopard print crew neck sweatshirt, and it's been perfect for the weather here. And I ended up wearing that to Lady Gaga. It was perfect, especially when I was doing my paws up. And then, let's see, I did mention my slippers. I did also bring my hair towel. You guys know I like to travel with that as well. So just, my hair just dries so much more quickly when I bring that. I think that's it. Oh, another thing that I like to pack. So, you know, like slippers, my hair towel, these sorts of things, I don't like to leave home without them. And something that I forgot to pack, probably my last couple of trips, is a lingerie bag. So this is sorry, don't look at all my dirty underwear here. But the lingerie bag is especially handy when I'm staying at friends where I can do laundry. So I just shove everything into this like giant lingerie bag and just throw it into the wash with their stuff, and it's like already separated out. So I wanted to make sure I packed one since I was gonna be here and doing laundry here or whatever. So yeah, so the lingerie bag. Oh, and then for suitcases, I brought my 2 Rimowa hybrid bags. This is the large check-in, and then that is the carry-on. You guys have seen me carry both of these actually quite a bit. You can see how beat up they are. But I do love my Rimowa luggage. I have absolutely no complaints. I did use my Quince, the large check-in bag when I went on the cruise and when we went to Greece, and it was perfect for that because that Quince large check-in bag is even larger than the Rimowa. It's thicker than the Rimowa. So, and I think just a little bit like bigger all the way around, but it is considerably thicker because a lot of the like packing cubes that I use, I could actually stand them up on their side in the Quince luggage, but I can't in the Rimowa. Like I have to lay them flat. So yeah, that one's considerably thicker. I just didn't need that much room for this trip. I needed it for the cruise, so it was perfect for that. But these Rimowa pieces are perfect for this trip. Oh, and I did also want to show you my compression packing cubes. Hold on, let me put this down. From Quince. So these are the ones that I've had from Amazon, and these are the ones from Quince. So these are the compression version. Like they have a second zipper. So if you don't have this packed to the brim, you can actually use the second zipper, which is over here, and like zip it around, and it smushes the whole thing down. I packed these to the rim, so I didn't actually use the compression aspect of it, but I love the quality of these boxes because, or these cubes I should say, because they kind of stand up. These are really flimsy, so these have just a lot more body to them, and they're just easier to pack. They kind of keep their shape, and I love it. And I love cubes that have a see-through top so I can see what I actually packed in them, because I do also have, I didn't bring them on this trip because I had enough, but I have like backup packing cubes, those Hello Kitty ones. I don't know if you guys remember those, but I have those Hello Kitty ones, and those are, you know, solid like nylon fabric, and so I have to always like open them up to see what I packed in there because I'm not that organized. I don't remember what is where and in which cube. So anyway, I do also use these packing cubes, and now that I have the Quince set and then this older set from Amazon, I have like the entire suitcase is just like full of cubes, which is so great. So great. I feel very, very organized. So that is what I packed with me on this trip. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. A big thank you to Dieux for working with me on this video. I decided not to put any makeup on today because I wanted you guys to see my skin as it is. And look at how glowy it is. And it really is so smooth, and it's so evened out from like any of the red blotches that I usually get on my cheeks and stuff. So big thank you to Dieux for working with me. And let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe down below if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next video.